Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. It's very exciting in Sea Power because we've just had added a brand new, very high fidelity and well modelled 2020s asset. It is of course the Royal Australian Navy Hobart Class destroyer, added to Sea Power by user Pog Frog. It essentially replaces the Adelaide class frigates, the first entering commission in 2017. 3 hulls were planned, 3 are in service now: HMAS Hobart, Brisbane and Sydney. My favourite thing about it is that it is a high fidelity model. As you can see, it's really well modelled, high polygon, high detail. So it's great to see another high fidelity ship being added to Sea Power, and this is exactly why I'm putting so much time into Sea Power, because I can see the possibilities of it as we get more high fidelity mods added. In terms of her armament, I had a quick look on Wiki and I can see that the 3 hulls in real life all have slightly different weapons fits, and I'm not sure which hull this is supposed to be. I assume it's a kind of generic amalgam of all of the hulls. In terms of weaponry we have in the Sea Power fit, it has 48 RIM 66H SM2 MR Block 2, range 90 nautical miles, fired from the Mark 41 VLS here. In terms of anti-shipping, amidships we have launchers for 8 RGM-84 harpoons. On the bow we have a naval gun, 127mm, 620 rounds. We have a CWIS aft here, 11,000 rounds. I would personally describe that as a moderate loadout for a 7,000 ton destroyer. I had a quick look in Wiki again, and it says that all 3 hulls, as well as SM2, have quad-packed ESSM, so I'm not sure why this mod doesn't have the quad-packed ESSM, so please let me know. I know ESSM is in Sea Power, but she certainly looks beautiful. Now I had to decide what to put her against today, and originally I thought a 2000s era Arleigh Burke would be a really good fit to take her on, but then I thought, you know, it's a bit silly really, why would America attack Australia? More likely it's going to be a Chinese destroyer. Probably the best fit would be the 052 classes of ship, but we don't have them in Sea Power yet, so we're going to the big monster, which is of course the Type 055, which we've had in Sea Power now for a while. The one we've got here is made by Manoeuvre Warfare. Now the first thing you can see is the difference between high fidelity and low fidelity. The Hobart is highly detailed. The 055 is what we call a kit bash mod, so it's an existing Cold War ship with a load of polygons stuck on it roughly to make it look roughly like the ship. So this is about as good as you can do with a kit bash design. It will be great once all of these kit bash designs are replaced by the full fidelity ones that you can see in Hobart. And again, that's why I'm trying to stick with Sea Power. I know a lot of you are getting frustrated, but I figured if we keep supporting it, we're going to get more and more guys making high fidelity vessels until we've got everything and it's all going to be brilliant fidelity. We already know the 055, but let's go over its credentials anyway. Main air defense, of course, H80 HQ9s, range 135 miles, based of course on the Russian S-300 missile. Also close in defence, HQ10, 5 miles range. Of course we have our VLS amidships here and forward here. In terms of sea to sea, we have the very dangerous YJ18, range over 300 miles. Supersonic, it cruises. Subsonic, then in its terminal phase it speeds up to 3 times the speed of sound, making it very difficult to intercept. We have of course torpedoes. We have a 130mm gun with 320 rounds. We have a mighty 11-barreled 30mm CWIS here with 23,000 rounds, and that is the eerily scary 055. In terms of the battle today, well, we'll do various ranges. We'll start at our classic 50 nautical miles because it allows Harpoon to be able to fire. Both vessels can see each vessel. We're not worrying about AEW today. Now I usually let the vessel with the slowest ship-to-ship missiles fire first, but this time I'm going to try allowing them to fire at the same time just to see what happens. What I think we'll do is first watch Hobart fire, then we'll reset the simulation and then watch the Chinese vessel fire, and then we'll just let it run. So off we go. Unpause. Harpoons immediately fired. Now how many is she going to fire? I don't know. It's all about the missile tables that they have. Each vessel versus each vessel has a missile table that tells them how many missiles to fire. So there's some SM2s going out and its harpoons going out. Interestingly, it looks like it can't fire its harpoons at the same time as the SM2s. Not sure why. Right, it looked like its missile table told it to fire 6 harpoons against the 055, which, by the way, is an 11,000 ton monster. This is 7,000 tons, so at no point did I assume this is going to be a fair fight, but it's probably the most useful fight I can do. Right, I'm going to reset it now. The same thing will happen. We'll watch from red side. Right, off she goes. Oh, it looks so basic now compared to Hobart, doesn't it? Sir, you are spoiling us. She is firing her YJ-18, and she's fired 4 so far, and a bunch of defensive missiles against the harpoons that have been fired. Okay, interestingly, she's only fired 4 YJ-18, so the missile table in the 055 tells her against a Hobart to fire 4 missiles, and that's fine. We don't like to interfere with that. We leave the tables as they are. That's how they would fire in real life. Loads of defensive missiles, so SM2s are being shot at presumably the launching YJ-18s. The YJ-18s are here. They're actually played by a Tomahawk model, but it doesn't actually look that far from what a YJ-18 looks like, so we'll let them get away with it. They cruise at 600 knots now, but they will speed up to around 2,000 knots as they get closer. All in all, a pretty nasty piece of kit. I believe it's actually a Russian design originally, adopted by China, or completed by China. These SM2s will now go dumb. Why? Well, because they were fired at the YJ-18s when they were launched, when they went high. When they went down below the horizon, obviously the SM2s are going to lose track, or should I say the radar aboard the ship loses track, and therefore the missiles will go dumb. The same thing probably will happen to the Type 055 HQ-9s, which are also semi-active radar homing missiles. Okay, here we go. Probably nothing will happen now until the YJ-18s arrive, and they will probably arrive before the harpoons. Now, how well will Hobart deal with them is the question. There, here they come. Signals detected. YJ-18 coming over the horizon. Now, here's Hobart firing. How effective are her RIM 66H going to be? I don't know. We've also got... No, more YJ-18s being fired. That's weird. No, it's not. It's just as we've detected them. Right, come on, Hobart. Defend. Oh, Jesus, that looks absolutely terrifying, doesn't it? Okay, shot down. Well done, Mom. All right. I've no idea what she used. SM2s, I guess. Well done, though. Right, now it's your turn. 055. Oh, more YJ-18s being fired, but critically HQ-9s being fired. Possibly some HQ-10s, or maybe not quite yet. Pump it, baby. Wow, she's really depleted her missiles. Look, she started with 80 HQ-9. She's down to 46. What is Hobart at, by the way? Hobart is at 36. So 055 is being very liberal with her fire. Wants to make sure that she can shoot down these harpoons. Also, the next salvo of YJ-18s on their way. I should say, viewers, I haven't run this. I like to be surprised. It kicks me in the butt sometimes, because sometimes you get badly modelled ships, as you saw with the Type 26 in the last battle that I did. But it's honest, and honest has its own values. Okay, well, none of us really thought a bunch of 1970s harpoons were going to beat a 055, but let's keep with it. Now, the thing I'm impressed with so far is the depletion of 055's missiles. Look, she started with 80, and somehow she's used 48 missiles. No, even more. Don't even know what she's firing at now. Okay, it's because Hobart is firing new missiles, so she's now down to below 30. So, well, I don't think there's a chance that Hobart's going to win this, I'll be honest, but she's depleted about 60% of 055's defensive missiles, so that's good. Right, what happens next? Probably we wait until the YJ-18s pop over the horizon again. Here they come, detected. Missiles out, whoops. Naval gun firing, SM2's out, she's got 34 left. They're just going so fast, 2,000 knots. This is a terrifying thing about them. I don't think she can stop it, can she? She can't stop it, can she? Wow! Again, stopped, all fair and square. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Australia. We didn't stop them, we tried, but they're 2,000 knot sea skimming missiles. I mean, what do you want to do? Would it have changed if she had her ESSM, which I think she's supposed to have in real life? Maybe? I mean, they're literally designed for that job, whereas SM2 is more of a general purpose missile. Oh dear. 055 is not happy with the kill, and she's sending more out. Let's follow them all the way. I guess, like I said, it was never really a fair fight, but it's probably the most useful fight we can do in terms of Australia and China. And as I said, we don't have the 052 series of destroyers yet, which would be a better battle. What was that? Don't know. So, we use what we've got at the moment. My eternal apologies, viewers. Things about to happen. Ugh. But you know what? Another great thing, it's not got one of those weird invincible jammers that stops missiles hitting it, so that's good as well. So, well done for an honest fight, Hobart. You look great, even all burny. Let's try closer in. Welcome back, now at 15 miles, so they're just coming over the horizon. I don't see any reason why we should get a different result, but off we go. These are always very chaotic, these over the horizon battles. Harpoons out, 055, firing whatever. You may get direct fire, you may get this HQ. Ah, they're going to the sea, look at that. That's new. No, they're working again. There's been some dodgy targeting. SM2, are these direct fire or not? We'll see. They look like direct fire. We may get a cheeky hit here. So, pause. Interestingly, Hobart is firing her SM2's direct fire against 055 hull, and 055 is having to defend herself. But here's the problem, it's the YJ-18s again, which you just can't stop. She just can't stop them. Oh, she did this time. No AWACS or anything now, so we can't see a lot of the hostile. We can't see any of the hostile missiles. Harpoon's going well so far. Hobart's okay. Let me double check she's okay. She's okay. You never know, viewers. You never know. We've had weird results before. More YJ-18s on the way. Looks like direct. No, these are the harpoons. Let's check. 055. Wow, she's fired 50 HQ9s. What is that? Why did she waste all the missiles? She's also fired 7. Okay, that happened. SM2 ditched. Lots of weird missiles going on here. It may be jammers. It may be jammers upsetting the missiles. I've seen it before several times. When they suddenly dive into the water, it usually means that the missile has been jammed or the targeting radar has been jammed. Right. I don't really know what to expect now, but we've got another direct fire SM2 going in. Eventually they may get through. They're fast missiles. Oh, Jesus. Big defense from 055 now. And very exciting battle, but what's happening here? Hey, oh, wow. Oh, it had to happen, did it? Just wait a fire. I mean, look how, if I do a pause now, 055, let's see what she's fired. She's fired 80 HQ9s. That's more than all of the missiles aboard Hobart, plus a few. She's even fired, I think, some of her HQ10. She's fired more than half of her YJ-18s. Just wait a fire. Hobart just cannot keep up with that, at least without her ESSM. Sad to see, viewers. But it's a fair fight. Well, it's not a fair fight. You know what I mean, though. We ran it fairly, what I meant to say. That's it. She's down, isn't she? 055. No? Oh, dear. No, she's still firing. Battle's not over until the battle's over. And the battle is now sadly over. Apologies, Australia. But so far, she's put up a brilliant fight. A lot better than a lot of vessels have done so far. So kudos so far. Welcome back, viewers, to the obligatory 1 mile broadside. Off we go. I worry about that 30mm Sea Whiz aboard the 055. Oh my goodness, direct fire HQ9. Well, that was needlessly violent. Leave her alone, she's already dead. But she really did punch her own. Look at that. Really damaged to 055. Both ships are dead, a double KO. Wow, have we seen a double KO before? I'm not sure we have. Well done, Hobart. Just punched above her weight, an 11,000 ton. Let's face it, it's really a cruiser. Just smashed it in a 1 mile battle. I've just been thinking while I've been doing this, viewers, maybe we'll double pack this into another one. Why don't we put Hobart, because I don't think we've really tested her mettle, why don't we put her up against a Arleigh Burke now? Welcome back, viewers. I've replaced 055 with an Arleigh Burke. Maybe I should have done this in the first place anyway, because she's probably a better suit for Hobart. Also, another lovely high fidelity model. Now, I've not chosen a 2020s variant of the Arleigh Burke because they're just too powerful. They beat everything with the SM6 missiles and whatnot. So I've gone for a 2000s era. That means we get 8 RIM 156, super long range precursor to the SM6. We've got 46 RIM 66M SM2. We've got 8 Sea Sparrow missiles. We've also got anti-shipping Tomahawks. The anti-shipping Tomahawks, I believe, are just representing the harpoons. I don't know why they haven't got the harpoons on, but they're going to do pretty much the same job. 8 of those, and of course your usual torpedoes and guns. I'm not going to waste time because the video is going to get too long, so I'm just going to unpause. We're going to watch this guy here firing his pseudo harpoon, should we call them. We already know what Hobart's going to be up to. Now here's an interesting thing. She's fired all... Now here's... So interesting. So 055, her missile table told her to fire 4 YJ-18s. But for Arleigh Burke, her missile table told her to fire 8 Tomahawk / harpoon. So that's interesting. Right, we've got SM2s going out. Will go down probably because the missiles they're shooting at have probably gone below the horizon. Right, what's going to come over the horizon first, I wonder? Probably about the same time. Now, which has better over-the-horizon capability, an Arleigh Burke or a... You know what? Arleigh Burke looks very similar to Hobart. You notice that? Look at that. Hobart. Arleigh Burke. Not identical, but similar. Interesting. Right, equidistant. So that is Arleigh Burke defending with her 2000s era SM2s. Each of them pretty capable of shooting down these missiles, I believe. Boom. I think this is going to be a classic case where both ships are better defensive than they are offensive, which is perfectly normal. These are essentially anti-air warfare vessels. These aren't, you know, ship-killing ships, so it's expected. What are we firing now? SM2s. It was just some, oh yeah, some more harpoons. So I didn't actually notice the missile table of Hobart. Yes, it was the same as the 055. She fired 6 and then 2. Speed that up. Oh, what's this? Hello, here come the rest of the Tomahawk harpoons. Boom. Pretty easy targets, to be honest. Either way, they're just too slow. It allows Hobart to get her missiles out. He says Arleigh Burke had no problem shooting the harpoons down, obviously. Oh, dearie me! Mrs. Hobart! Oh, jeez, by the skin of her teeth. Did it get through? Did it get through? Did it get through? No. Wow, that was close. Right. We've got a couple more harpoons, but I don't expect them to do much. Let's check ammo supply. Hobart has 30 missiles. She's really... I think the reason why she... how do I say this? Struggles to defend herself a bit is she doesn't fire many missiles in defense. She started with 48, and after this whole battle, she's still got 30. Whereas some of the other destroyers just smash missiles out. That 055 was just smashing missiles out. And I reckon it may be working to Hobart's detriment. That's why the offensive missiles are getting so close to her, in my opinion. Let's see what Arleigh Burke's been up to. Arleigh Burke, no, I can't remember how many she had, but she's fired a lot more defensive missiles against basically the same threat. Right, over the horizon these harpoons come, not going to trouble an Arleigh Burke. I say they're not going to trouble an Arleigh Burke, but Boom. Yep, right. As we predicted, they had more defense than offense, as is the design of the AAW destroyer. Now we let them close to direct fire range, where they can guide their air-to-air missiles via their radar directly onto the target. Now that's going to be about 20-ish miles, I suspect. So I've just got to keep an eye on the distances. Okay, slow down. Someone's seen someone, or someone's doing something. I don't know what she's doing. No, she's fine. Oh my god, wow. Now, why did that suddenly blow up, viewers? It's because this guy here, the Arleigh Burke, was out of radar range of our Hobart and was launching missiles before Hobart could, and we couldn't see those missiles for whatever reason, and managed to get direct fire. Alright. Now, I feel like I may have caused that because I sped it up too much. If you speed it up too much in sea power, sometimes you upset the radars, so I think you can probably discount that. That was my fault. I didn't realise they would be firing at over 20 miles, so live and learn. We'll do it properly. We'll move them to 15 miles, viewers. Okay, both ships over the horizon, contact, 15 miles, go. SM2s, they look direct fire this time. Let's see if they have any better luck against Arleigh Burke. Oh, it might get through, it might get through. Oof. Relied on the 5-incher. Jammed. Alright, now relying on the... Interestingly, no more... Okay! Then. For some reason we didn't see it. I don't know why. Why didn't we see it? Pause. Let me just double check. Radio. Yeah, everything's on. Radars are on. She's weapons free. Something snuck through, viewers. I don't know what snuck through. Interesting. But something got through. And got her. Your guess is as good as mine at this point. And she's... Well, she's done for, isn't she? Or is she? It's these direct fire SM2s that... Don't know what did it. Well, you'll have to let me know what I missed there, viewers. What got through the net. No hits on Arleigh Burke. Let's finish it off. Boom! Yeah. Pause. Oh, that's what's doing the damage. Rim 156 at a speed of 3,000 knots has been sneaking through. Well, that's a potent weapon I didn't expect to see. Poor old Hobart. Right, one more then. 1 mile broadside. 5-inch gun versus 5-inch gun. 20 mil sea whiz versus 20 mil sea whiz. Oh, but the 156s have done it again. Man, these 2020 broadside battles are pretty menacing. I reckon they would give a friggin' Iowa a pause for thought. Can she get another double KO? Can Hobart hold on for another double KO? I doubt it. The gun is out, the VLS is out, it's all out. Oh, the gun's still going. The Australians are I was going to say they're plucky, but they tried. They tried. No, this guy survived. Alright, viewers. Let's recap. First, it was a Hobart against a 055 monster at 50 miles. The 0551 Hobart was plucky, defended the first salvos, but the next salvos got through. Supersonic, low-level missiles, very difficult to stop. Then at 15 miles, again, a sound thrashing by the 055. Weight of fire did it. So many missiles fired compared to Hobart. Interestingly, on the broadside versus the 055, it was a draw. So Hobart sunk her as well as being sunk. Then against the 2000s era Arleigh Burke, the 50-mile round was a draw. Neither had the punch needed to knock each other out, and then I kind of ruined it by speeding it up, so we'll ignore the follow-on bit. Then the 15-mile over the horizon battle, it was a relatively easy win from Arleigh Burke because she was using her very fast-paced RIM 156 that simply could not be defended, and it probably could do that in real life, to be honest. I don't see why it couldn't. And then a broadside, Arleigh Burke just scraped it. So all in all, the Hobart mod I think is really good, looks brilliant, plays brilliant, no obvious bugs and stuff like that. Personally, I think it's a bit underarmed compared to real life, but you may want to correct me there. It's great to see the mod maker hasn't just tried to make it invincible by putting an overpowered, shield or something like that in, so I've got nothing else to add. Well done, I hope you enjoyed that, and bye bye.